viewers of Biafra. This is Biafra Battle Cry Channel TV, and I'm bringing you a very excruciating news that has happened recently, where they are debating about the Biafra referendum, which is about to happen whether they like it or not. My name is Uzodima. I'm trying to show you one of the debates they have debated here. There are 4 participants here on the show who are debating on Biafra referendum and talking about the constitution in the Damnable Zoological Republic called Nigeria. And actually, right now, the 4 participants, among them is only one lady, a journalist from the northern part of the zoo, and she make a point here saying that if the people want to go, they should go, and in order to make that happen, there shall be a restructure in the country's constitution that will allow this to happen. If not, without amending the constitution that will warrant the referendum to happen, it will be so difficult. And the other participant by her left side, Kinsley Mwangaro, always says something, but here he's trying to say that there is a minority that are being forced, or I don't know, the minority is referring whether it's talking about the southeast or referring the north. I don't know who is minority here. You know, these people that are cowards, they refuse to go straight to the point and call a name. Now, who is the minority here and who is the oppressor? The oppressor is not indicated, the minority is not indicated, but the one at the middle, who is Baba Ahmed, is also debating on referendum. These people, they never want referendum. They can come out in the open to say, okay, if Biafra wants to go, they should give their referendum. But when they go behind, they will be making phone calls. No, there will be no referendum. No, don't let Biafra go. No, suppress evil. These are the hypocrites. These are the cowards that they see in the Damnable Zoological Republic, which is extracted from the generation of Janjaweed. So now, I will allow you to listen to this debate. It was made in open, and the lady was the only person that took much minutes to talk about the referendum. The other guy there was like supporting, just like, oh yes man, you know. And at the end, well, let's see what will happen here. Thank you and listening. Make sure you subscribe, share, and click like as well. Share to your friends and family. It's a very important debate. Thank you very much.
Online, where there was like a whole picture of people with the Biafra flag, that when I took those pictures, I posted them on Twitter. I was live on Twitter talking to him. The interview I did with him is still online. It's one of my most watched interviews. And I sat down with him and I asked him, okay, what is Biafra? And his Biafra was not limited to the 5 eastern states. He wanted Biafra in parts of Benue. He wanted Biafra in parts of Kogi. He wanted Biafra in Port Harcourt, in River State, in parts of Delta, etc., etc. It's on the record. My conversation with him is on the record. Literally every person I spoke to for that special program that I did with Nandi that was from those places didn't want anything to do with Biafra. The point I'm making is that we sometimes allow the bigger groups to dominate conversations which can benefit from actually having multiplicity of voices joining them, right? That's the point I'm making. Now, I do believe, and I don't know why Dr. Baba Ahmed spent so much time trying to explain in his statements that if people want Biafra, give it to them. It is the right thing to say. I said it here. The right to self-determination is sacrosanct. Nobody should be forced to be in a union that they don't want a part of. Our problem now should be electing people happen in a sensible way. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. That's the biggest issue. So that it doesn't happen in chaos and people don't die. Let's test this thing. If IPOB believes that the majority of people from the southeast want Biafra, let's find a proper mechanism for testing it. Let's do a referendum. People in Nigeria will campaign for unity. IPOB will campaign for Biafra and then allow people to vote. And whoever wins the vote should go. We saw it recently in the UK. Brexit happened. The world did not collapse because the British left the European Union. The point I'm making is that sometimes by standing and holding on to things, we break them. You have to learn to hold things. The things you love, you must hold them lightly. You hold them too tightly, you break them. And that's what's happening with Nigeria.
Thank you, Dr. Morgan. She just reminded me of the Willis Commission of Inquiry.
Let's wait and hear what this man will say. He was a former presidential candidate in 2019. We want to talk about what this young lady said. And we'll hear from the horse's mouth now and know what he will say. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you.
Thank you, Akim. Thank you, my sister, Canary. When I ran for president in 2019, I made it very clear that I was not running as an ethnic candidate, that I'm running on a vision for Nigeria. Hakim asked a question, and Kadria said something important. Kadria said something we should always remember. What about the minorities? That is a very important issue, and that was dealt with by the Willings Commission that you just mentioned. So part of the national question is the status of the minorities. That you don't want a tyranny of the majority. And in any constitutional restructuring of Nigeria, this must be dealt with to protect their rights. Because there are people who believe that it's all a game of numbers. It's not true. If it was only a game of numbers, Hillary Clinton would have become the president of the United States, not Donald Trump. She had 3 million more popular votes than Donald Trump. But Trump became the president because he won the electoral college vote. There were reasons why in the founding of the United States and in their political evolution, the electoral college was instituted. It was to protect certain interests from a tyranny of the majority.
So my people, this is how it went, and you can see that the conversation ends with argument and ends with sadness. Some people are sad, some people are frowning face when the truth was being said. And you know, one thing about Nigeria is that if you speak the truth, people around you will frown face, but if you speak lie, you will get their attention. So that is how the country was built, by a man who don't believe in Christianity, a man and his girlfriend Fred Lugard and Flora Shaw. They come and created a contraction called Nigeria, ask people to become one. When people, they don't have the same ideology, the same religion, the same faith, no. The tradition is far different. So they merge them together. The biggest lie in Nigeria is that they said Nnamdi Azikiwe, Ahmadu Bello, and Awolowo, they are the founding fathers. Let me tell you another thing about these people. Ahmadu Bello and Nnamdi Azikiwe, they are small child as at 1994 amalgamation. Nnamdi Azikiwe was 10 years old, Ahmadu Bello was 2 years old, Awolowo was 3 years old. Now ask yourself, how can these three children form a nation? It was all lies. So the foundation of country called Nigeria was built on the foundation of lies. So that's why the scripture said, if foundation be destroyed, what shall the righteous do? It has been built on a foundation of lies, so it cannot stand. It cannot stand. Zoo is coming to an end, believe me. Thank you for watching. Again, subscribe. If you have a comment, please drop on the comment section. Let me know what you think. Thank you very much. And remain blessed. See you again. I will be uploading more facts.